Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I am super excited to welcome you all to day 3 for our international FDP and avant-garde trends in mathematics. I also extend my warm welcome to Professor Madeline, Professor Said Bromi, Professor Agula, and Adesina. It's my pleasure to introduce an eminent professor, Professor Florentine Smarandi, to you and his work. The contribution to Research Society, I initially approached him to give a talk in this international FTP, but Professor Smarandi tried his best to make presentation. Unfortunately, he couldn't do that due to his busy schedule. He asked me to present his work to you all, and I hesitated to do so because instead of him, I cannot able to do that now. That's why I hesitated. Then he told me at least present a 5 minutes talk about this nutrosophic theory. I thought that the third day, Professor Salama is going to talk about nutrosophic theory in mathematics and computer science. Now, so this is the apt time and date for me to give an introduction about nutrosophic set theory. That's why I'm here to give a 5 minutes talk about Professor Salama, 5 minutes talk about Professor Florentine and his work. Right? So Professor Florentine, he is the founder of nutrosophic set theory. He just coined the notion of nutrosophic sets, nutrosophic logic, which is a generalization of fuzzy sets, especially intuitionistic fuzzy sets. So far, he has published around 3,100 research papers in both national and international journals with high impact factors. He got more than 240 citations. He is also a founder of the Journal of Nutrosophic Sets and Systems, which is indexed by Scopus as well as in Web of Science. Now, let me go with what is nutrosophic set. Okay, he just invented the set in the year 1995. He generalized the framework of unification of many existing logics such as fuzzy logic, intuitionistic fuzzy logic, paraconsistency logic, intuitionistic fuzzy logic. The main idea of nutrosophic theory is the characterization of the fuzzy logic statement in three-dimensional nutrosophic space, where each dimension of the space is represents respectively the truth membership. So as far as fuzzy is concerned, we'll be talking only about the truth membership. About intuitionistic fuzzy, we'll be handling both truth membership as well as the falsehood. But in indeterminacy, we'll be just dealing with the neutrality. Okay, I'll just tell you few examples about that. Once if you are given a tea, hot tea, and what you'll be saying that is it is of 70 degrees Celsius. So the membership function is just 0.7. But this gives only the coffee is hot or cold. It is just 70% hot. It means 1 means fully hot, 0 means it is fully cold. But 0.7 means 70 degree Celsius means it is giving the membership value of how far the tea is hot. But Professor Atanasov introduced intuitionistic set, which is dealing with both membership as well as non-membership. In membership, how far the tea is cold is nothing but the non-membership. How far the tea is hot is nothing but the membership function. In nutrosophic set, we'll be having three functions, namely membership, indeterminacy, as well as non-membership. For this, let me give you an example. Like once a coin is thrown, you will be saying that either heads or tails alone will be the output. But once if it is thrown and stand, what will happen? It will stand straight. So by that case, it will be just showing either is neither showing heads or it is neither showing tails. That is neutrality. We cannot come to assumption what it is actually. That part is neutrality. For another example, let us say we'll just the chance of winning a cricket match by the Indian team against Australia is 0.6. So to lose a match, it may be 0.2. But what about the remaining 0.2%? That 2% is nothing but draw matches. Okay. Likewise, we talk about membership, non-membership, and neutrality. Fine. Next thing, when a die is thrown on a sand, then it may show either 6 or 5. We cannot come to a conclusion with that. Fine. Now, this is what the idea of nutrosophy about. Next, Professor Salama will be just telling you about more about nutrosophic sets. Now, I'll just come to what are the application it is having for a nutrosophic set. It is applied in many different subjects like psychology, sociology, civil engineering, information technology, and also in linguistics. Similarly, it is also applied in mathematics too, in various branches of mathematics like probability, calculus, algebra, topology, graph theory, decision making, and many more. We don't. I have been given you glimpse about the application of nutrosophic sets. Yeah, this is what I'm just taking only 5 minutes time. Only last one is you can just go to the website of Professor Salama. This is the home page. I'll just post it in the chat box too. You can just go visit his web page, and also journal link also given. You can see this now. Click on the web page. At a web page, you click on. Okay, you can see the web page if you. Yeah, this is the web page of Professor Salama. Here we can see all the works, everything. So these are the works related to nutrosophic set theory in the web page of Laurentin. Then the journal he has, that also we can visualize. So anybody interested in this topic, it is a well good topic. You can just work in it. This is the journal web page. So this is a Scopus Index journal, and it is also cited in Web of Science. Okay, thank you so much for patient listening. Now we'll just have the introduction about Professor Salama by Ms. Kartika.
Good afternoon to all. I welcome you all to Day 3 International FDP. It's my great pleasure to introduce Professor A. Salama, Dean, Higher Institute of Business and Computer Science, Arish, Egypt. He has completed his PhD in Tanta University, Egypt. He received his doctorate degree in science in mathematics and computer science from CBI International Center for Academic Research, Texas. He is a founder of Nutrosophic Topological Space and also Nutrosophic Crisp Theory in mathematics, computer science, and many applications. He is founding member of the first refereed a scientific journal in America and also Nutrosophic Sets and Systems. He has published 135 research articles in both national and international, and he receives many awards for excellence in research and academic. Today we have very good eminent person for this international FDP. I welcome you all once again, and also Professor Salama. Thank you.
அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா? சவுண்ட்
Computer Science, Arish, Egypt. And today I will try as best I can and hoping that the more satisfactory. I am glad to be with you in this scientific meeting and the wonderful staff in the world. My name is Ahmed Salama, Professor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Faculty of Science, Port Said University, and Dean of the Higher Institute of Business and Computer Science, Arish, Egypt. And today I will talk in my presentation about Nutrosophic Mathematics and Computer Science. I hope you will like it. In real life problems, the data associated are often imprecise or non-deterministic. Since the world is full of indeterminacy, the Nutrosophic found their place into contemporary research. Indeterminacy is different from randomness. Indeterminacy can be caused by physical space, materials, and type of construction, by item involved in the space, or by other factors. Nutrosophy has been introduced by Samarnadaka as a new branch of philosophy. In 1995, Samarnadaki defined the notion of Nutrosophic sets, which is the generalization of fuzzy sets and deterministic fuzzy set. Samarnadaka first introduced the notion Nutrosophic set by fusing a three-component set and the non-standard analysis. A Nutrosophic set consists of three functions where every function's value is a real standard or non-standard subset of the non-standard unit interval. In 2015, Salama and Samanadaki were introduced the nitrosophilic crisp set theory and many applications in mathematics, computer science, information system. Nitrosophilic approaches are suitable to modeling problems with uncertainty, indeterminacy, and incomplete information in which human knowledge is necessary and human evaluation is needed. Nitrosophilic set is capable of dealing with uncertainty, indeterminacy, and incomplete information. Nitrosophilic set approaches are suitable to modeling problems with uncertainty and indeterminacy information in which human knowledge is necessary. Nitrosophilic set means development many applications. Nitrosophilic set, nitrosophilic logic, nitrosophilic probability, nitrosophilic statistics, nitrosophilic measures, nitrosophilic calculus, and so on are gaining significant attention in solving many real life problems that involve uncertainty, impreciseness, incompleteness, and indeterminacy. In the past years, the fields of nitrosophilics have been extended and applied various fields such as artificial intelligence, data mining, software computing, decision making in incomplete and indeterminate information system, image processing, medical, biomedical engineering, economics, social science, and practical achievements. The first example, or the first application, the nitrosophilic concept of nitrosophilic topological, the concept of nitrosophilic topological space.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. PPT is moving. PPT is not moving. Sorry to interrupt. Very sorry.
I have introduced the nitrosophilic topological space by using the nitrosophilic, two types of nitrosophilic topological space. The first type, nitrosophilic topological space from nitrosophilic fuzzy set. And second type, nitrosophilic topological space by using nitrosophilic crisp set, nitrosophilic crisp topological space. Some nitrosophilic concepts have been investigated by me which was developed an Excel package to be utilized for calculating nitrosophilic data and analyze them by using object-oriented programming techniques and concepts of they may apply to the design and development a new framework to implement nitrosophilic data operation. Since then, many authors have studied various aspects of nitrosophilic set from different points of view. For example, in order to apply the nitrosophilic ideology, we obtained a good applications in cluster analysis and image processing by using nitrosophic domain. Promi and Rafif, Promi, Rafif al-Habib, and Florentine Samarnadaki introduced many concepts of nitrosophic applications. The concepts of rough nitrosophic sets, we introduced the nitrosophic, for example, the nitrosophic, rough nitrosophic sets. Rough nitrosophic sets handled incomplete and indeterminate. Handled incomplete and indeterminate information and studied some operations and their properties. The theory of classical statistics assumes a crisp, certain and clear observation parameters in technology applications. However, in such technology applications, due to their complex function, it may not be possible to obtain clear or crisp values of certain parameters. So there is a chance of obtaining indeterminate, imprecise, and incomplete parameters. Nitrosophic statistics can be applied, nitrosophic statistics applied, which is the generalization of the classical statistic. This is reduced to classical statistics when no parameters are found to be indeterminate, imprecise, or incomplete in actual practice. The Nitrosophic Science International Association was established in 1999 with its headquarters at the University of New Mexico, United States. Nitrosophic Science Association, for the betterment of science, identifies and supports eminent nitrosophics researchers. The association shall seek cooperation with other associations and organizations, sharing the same objective and being active in the field of nitrosophic theories and applications. The association's primary aim is to promote science, especially nitrosophic theories and their applications. Our aim of our association is to support original research which is not necessarily restricted to ideal subject of nitrosophic methods currently receiving emphasis. In 2015, nitrosophic crisp set theory, the first foundation of the theory were laid out in the book that was preceded by many research papers with participation with Professor Florentine Samarnadaki. The nitrosophic sets and system journals in 2013, I was proposed to Florentine Samarnadaki to publish the first scientific journal in the field of nitrosophic. In 2016, the Encyclopedia Nitrosophic Researchers, the first volume of this encyclopedia, the first volume of the Encyclopedia Nitrosophic Researchers, added from materials offered by the authors who responded to the editor's invitation. The 78 authors are listed. Important. Now, with the presentation of some important definitions, nitrosophic techniques but combines all certainty and uncertainty data. Nitrosophic technique contains certainty and uncertainty. Nitrosophic is the latest developments in the certainty and uncertainty data processing. The nitrosophic code combines all nitrosophic certainty and all certainty and uncertainty data. What did the nitrosophic say? From the definition from nitrosophy to nitrosophic set. Nitrosophy, a new branch of philosophy which studies the origin, nature, and scope of neutral realities, as well as their intersection with different idential spectra. Nitrosophic logic are generalization of the fuzzy logic and the instantistic fuzzy logic. Nitrosophic crisp logic are generalization of the crisp and the instantistic crisp logic. Nitrosophic logic proposition has 3 degrees: first degree, indeterminacy, and velocity. Mu, alpha, and beta. Mu, alpha, beta, where and which represents the degree of membership functions, mu, namely mu, and determinacy, namely alpha, the non-membership functions, beta of x. The sum of 3 functions degree, the sum of 3 degrees from 0 lies from 0 to 3. What did the nitrosophic crisp said? The first nitrosophy leads to nitrosophic fuzzy set leads to nitrosophic crisp set. The nitrosophic crisp set let X be a non-empty fixed set. Then we can define the triple of subsets of the universal set X. This triple A1, A2, and A3. The nitrosophic crisp set having the form A consists of three subsets for the universal set X, A1, A3. Nitrosophic crisp set, the object have the form A1, A2, A3 can be classified into three different classes as follows. The first class, A is said to be nitrosophic crisp set, or the class number 1, or the type 1 nitrosophic crisp set class 1 is satisfied A1 intersection E2 equals phi, A1 intersection E2 phi, A1 and intersection A3 equals phi, and A1 A2 intersection A3 equals phi. This nitrosophic crisp set with class or with type. Type 2, A is said to be nitrosophic crisp set with type 2 or class 2. Nitrosophic crisp set class 2 is satisfied all A1 intersection E2, A1 with A3, A2 with A3, the intersection between A1, A2, A3 equals 5. And the union of A1, the first component, the second component, and third component equal the universal set X. The class nitrosophic crisp set class 3. A is said to be nitrosophic crisp set of class 3 if satisfies all intersection for the three components equals 5, and all the union of all three components equal the universal set X. This nitrosophic 3. Nitrosophic crisp set class 1, nitrosophic crisp set class 1, nitrosophic crisp set class 2, nitrosophic crisp set class 3. These new types of nitrosophic crisp sets named star nitrosophic crisp set. Star nitrosophic crisp set is another type retract nitrosophic crisp set. Nitrosophic crisp sets contains all types of nitrosophic crisp set with the class 1, class 2, class 3, star nitrosophic crisp set, and the retract nitrosophic crisp. A star nitrosophic crisp set the nitrosophic crisp set A1, A2, and the structure or the form A1, A2, and A3 of the non-empty fixed set X. Then the star nitrosophic crisp set is A1 star, A star equals A1 star, A2 star, A3 star, where A1 stars equals A1 intersection the complement of union of A2 and A3. A2 star is equal to A2 intersection the complement of the union of A1 and A3, and the A3 star equal the third component, A3 intersection the complement of A1 union A2. The star nitrosophilic cresp set A1, A3, A1, A2, A3. What is the retracting nitrosophilic cresp set? The nitrosophilic cresp set, the retracting nitrosophilic cresp set is the star nitrosophilic cresp set of category 1. In other words, for any nitrosophilic cresp set, if the three components A1, A2, and A3 satisfy the condition A1, AI intersection AG not equals 5. For all I equals 1, 2, and 3. The retracting nitrosophilic cresp set the structure the symbol of A retract equals the triple subsets A1 retract, A2 retract, and A3 retract, where A1 retract equals to A1 intersection the complement of A2 union A3, A2 retract equals A2 intersection complement A1 union A3, and the third component A3 retract equals A3 intersection the complement of A1 union A2. From operations on the nitrosophilic of the retract nitrosophilic cells and the star nitrosophilic cells. Operation the complement of retract nitrosophilic cresp set may be defined as the following. The retract nitrosophilic intersection of the retract set A and the retract set B is defined by A1 retract intersection B1 retract, A2 retract intersection B2 retract, A3 retract intersection B3 retract. The retracting nitrosophilic union of the third operation is defined by A retract union B retract, the following relation. Operation A1 retract union B1 retract, and second component A2 retract union B2 retract, and third component A3 retract union B3 retract. The retract nitrosophilic difference. All operations cresp set. Then we have cresp set, interstinistic cresp set. Cresp set leads an interstinistic cresp set. Nitrosophilic cresp set implies to or leads to star nitrosophilic cresp. A star nitrosophilic cresp leads to retract nitrosophilic cresp set. Retract nitrosophilic cresp sets as a generalization of all cresp sets. The information between crisp set and nitrosophic crisp set, fuzzy set, nitrosophic crisp set, and nitrosophic fuzzy set. Nitrosophic crisp set inside the nitrosophic crisp set. Nitrosophic crisp set contains all types of crisp set, class 1, class 2, class 3, and nitrosophic crisp set. Nitrosophic crisp set inside the stylistic crisp set, inside the stylistic fuzzy set, inside the fuzzy set, nitrosophic fuzzy sets as a generalization of fuzzy set in a stylistic fuzzy set in a stylistic nitrosophic crisp and nitrosophic crisp set. From problems to nitrosophic decision problem, mathematics is used to transform the problem into data and then to process. We get information, organized information that leads to knowledge, then wisdom and optimal decision making. Decision making problem transformed into nitrosophic data by using mathematics. When processing the nitrosophic data leads to nitrosophic information, leads to knowledge, implies to nitrosophic decision, wisdom, and optimal decision. From crisp logic to computer science. From crisp logic to fuzzy logic, nitrosophic logic. Nitrosophic logic contains all types of logic. Nitrosophic logic as a generalization of fuzzy logic, crisp logic. From crisp logic to crisp mathematics leads to crisp statistics. Crisp mathematics implies to fuzzy mathematics, implies to nitrosophic mathematics. Crisp statistics leads to fuzzy statistics, leads to nitrosophic statistics. Crisp from crisp science and information technology. Nitrosophic technology. Some applications. What is the nitrosophic information system? The principle of nitrosophic computing is useful to software implementation for large plethora of applications. What is the nitrosophic information system? And nitrosophic information system consists of three variables, A, R, and B. The nitrosophic system equation A circle R equals B. A is the nitrosophic inputs or nitrosophic data. R is the nitrosophic system, and nitrosophic outputs B, nitrosophic information. A circle R equals B. From nitrosophic, from crisp statistic to nitrosophic statistic and Excel, SPSS or Excel package for with nitrosophic Excel with nitrosophic package and transform to SPSS. Crisp probability leads to fuzzy probability leads to an stylistic fuzzy probability leads to nitrosophic fuzzy probability. From the crisp statistics to nitrosophic fuzzy statistics. Nitrosophic fuzzy statistics is a generalization of all statistics class fuzzy instability. This is implementing nitrosophic operation using object-oriented programming. Nitrosophic operation classes, tools and techniques, object-oriented programming, C# language.net framework, Visual Studio Net, and Excel. From crisp data to nitrosophic data. This graph represents the nitrosophic component. Crisp data A is the crisp data. B, C, D, all B, C, D, E, B, C, D. B represent the membership functions for the crisp data 82.8. C, indeterminacy. D, non-membership function. Nitrosophic package interface. The cell contains 3 degrees, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and the set nitrosophic set A and nitrosophic set B. The intersection may be defined as 3 types. Number 1, the first type for intersection between 2 nitrosophic sets. The first type of intersection. The second type of intersection. The third type of intersection. Nitrosophic package interface for nitrosophic intersection. Nitrosophic package interface for the complement. 3 types of complements for between 2 nitrosophic sets. The complement of nitrosophic sets may be defined with 3 types. The first type, second type, third type. The one cell in Excel contains 3 points or 3 values degree: membership, non-membership, and indeterminacy. This, for example, nitrosophic chart by using the program. Nitrosophic package union chart. Nitrosophic package data structure, computer science data structure, nitrosophic crisp set, probability of nitrosophic crisp set, nitrosophic set, correlation of nitrosophic data, nitrosophic regression, nitrosophic topology, nitrosophic ideals, nitrosophic filters, nitrosophic database, nitrosophic image processing, nitrosophic security, nitrosophic GIS topology, implementing nitrosophic data, image retrieval using nitrosophic domain, enhancing image using nitrosophic domain. Some applications, another application crisp e-learning, fuzzy e-learning, e-learning in stylistic fuzzy leads to e-learning nitrosophic. E-learning nitrosophic as a generalization of all types of e-learning. From crisp security to fuzz security, stylistic fuzz security to nitrosophic fuzz security. Nitrosophic fuzzy security as a generalization of all types of security. Nitrosophic image processing as a generalization of all types of image processing. Nitrosophic database as a generalization of all types of database. Nitrosophic GIS topology as a generalization for all GIS types of GIS topology. Crisp mathematical morphology. Nitrosophic mathematical morphology as a generalization of all from topology to nitrosophic topology. Nitrosophic crisp topology, the relation with nitrosophic and second nitrosophic fuzzy topology. From crisp topology and stylistic crisp topology, nitrosophic crisp topology. From nitrosophic topology and nitrosophic crisp topology to nitrosophic topology as a relation of some filters. Nitrosophic filters contains all types of filters. Nitrosophic ideals contains all types of ideals. Nitrosophic GIS topology types of topology. Nitrosophic approach for mathematical morphology. Mathematical morphology is also the foundation of the morphological image processing, which consists of a set of operators that transform image according to the above characterization. Nitrosophic mathematical morphology applications in image processing, applying nitrosophic mathematics morphology in image processing. From image to nitrosophic domain. Nitrosophic domain for image, a value represented the membership functions mu and indeterminacy and non-indeterminacy. A value represented of the force value is called hysteresis measure by of x. It's the force component for nitrosophic, a new component for nitrosophic domain. Pi of x equal 3 minus the sum of all degree function. From the grayscale image by using nitrosophic crisp component. This is the nitrosophic crisp component and star nitrosophic crisp component for image. The retraced component for the grayscale image. From the original grayscale image and binary to the nitrosophic crisp to the nitrosophic domain. A new structure for logic gates using nitrosophic techniques. Nitrosophic logic gates. This example, nitrosophic logic gate, the trace table of nitrosophic and gates. Nitrosophic logic gates design a nitrosophic AND gate. Another application, nitrosophic logic gates. Thank you for your kind attention. I hope you have liked the topic today. Goodbye. Hello everyone.
Dear participants, for any questions, please mail Dr. Salama and the mail ID I'll just post in the chat box, because due to some net problem he has just left. Due to some network issue, he could not come again. I'll just post his mail ID.
كيف شي درو الباغو ما عقلتش.
This is the mail ID of Dr. Salama. You can just post the things. Feedback link, I'll post it now.
ما عرفتش كيفاش يديروا البارول.
Good evening to all. We come to end of this session. So on behalf of our department, so I give vote of thanks. So Dr. Salama explained about neutral-suffix sets.
مش غنهضر انا.
Neutral-suffix sets and applications of neutral-suffix sets. Applications in the area of neutral-suffix database, image processing,
اللعيبه خصني لابيل.
GIS topology,
تديرها في الزوم هادي ما عرفتش لها.
etc. So these concepts are very interesting. He explained the concept interestingly, and I think these applications are new to us. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this type of concepts to us. And also, he explained about the implementation of neutral-suffix sets using OOPS concept. And this is also a very interesting one. Thank you, sir. Next one, I thank the participants for the entire session, for their patience listening. Thank you all. I thank our department people
ما عرفتش هذا
for their support. And also I should thank our convener, Dr. M. Parimala, to conduct this type of FTBs. And I thank our management also for supporting us to conduct this type of FTPs. Thank you one and all. And the feedback session, feedback link is posted in the chat box, and you can send your feedback. And tomorrow's session, the same time from 2:30 to 3:30. And you can access the same link before 15 minutes tomorrow. Thank you one and all.
If you want to share anything, you can just share it.
سكتي هي.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
ما عرفتش كيفاش ندير.
What is the site Brahmi? What, sir? You can just tell me. Sir, if you want to say something, you can tell, sir. Professor.
Hi, buddy. You hear me?
Yeah, sir. We can hear.
Yes. I hope you hear me without noise. I hope to thanks Dr. Salama for the presentation and the information on here neutral-suffix recipe set. For the researcher need more information, they can refer to the website of NSS and EGNS. And many articles and books on neutral-suffix are available on website. For the next day, I mean tomorrow, Dr. Adesina and Madeline will give us other concepts related to neutrosophic group theory, neutrosophic structure theory, ideal polygroup brain theory. I also thank you, Barry, for the organization. I hope that Dr. Salama share his exploitable slide to neutrosophic logic. And finally, if possible, that Dr. Salama explain briefly the next last slide on neutrosophic logic gates. Thanks, Dr. Salama.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you, everyone. Now let us wind up the session. Meet you tomorrow. Thank you.